Warren Buffett became one of the richest people on earth not because of the deals he said yes to, but because of the thousands of opportunities he walked away from. This counterintuitive truth is the difference between those who achieve extraordinary success and those who stay stuck in mediocrity their entire lives. Most people believe opportunity means saying yes to everything that comes their way. They think more is better. More clients, more projects, more investments, more commitments. But here's what they don't understand. Every time you say yes to something good, you're automatically saying no to something that could be great. This is called opportunity cost, and it's the secret weapon of every millionaire and billionaire on the planet. Think about your own life for a moment. How many times have you said yes to something that seemed like a good opportunity, only to realize later that it prevented you from pursuing something incredible? Maybe you took a job that paid well but killed your dreams of starting a business. Maybe you invested in a safe opportunity that gave modest returns while missing out on the investment of a lifetime. Maybe you committed your time to projects that seemed important but kept you from focusing on what could have changed everything. The truth is, most people are addicted to saying yes because it feels good in the moment. It makes us feel important, needed, and successful. But this addiction to opportunity is exactly what keeps us from achieving our biggest goals. When you say yes to everything, you become a master of nothing. Your energy gets scattered across 100 different priorities, and you end up making mediocre progress on all of them instead of extraordinary progress on the few that matter most. Let me tell you about Steve Jobs. When he returned to Apple in 1997, the company was on the verge of bankruptcy. They had dozens of products, hundreds of projects, and thousands of ideas being pursued simultaneously. The first thing Jobs did wasn't to create something new, it was to eliminate almost everything. He cut 70% of Apple's product line. He walked away from profitable opportunities. He said no to good ideas so he could focus on great ones. The result? Apple became the most valuable company in the world. Or consider Amazon's Jeff Bezos. In the early days of the internet boom, Bezos had countless opportunities to diversify Amazon into different markets. Investors and advisors pushed him to say yes to various profitable ventures. Instead, he obsessively focused on books, then methodically expanded one category at a time. He walked away from immediate profits to build long-term dominance. That focus on saying no to good opportunities in favor of great ones is why Amazon revolutionized commerce. Here's what successful people understand that others don't. Your attention is your most valuable asset, and it's finite. You only have 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, and a limited number of years to build the life you want. Every opportunity you pursue comes with an invisible price tag, and that price is all the other opportunities you can't pursue because you're busy with this one. This is where most people make their biggest mistake. They evaluate opportunities in isolation. They ask, is this a good opportunity? Instead of asking, is this the best possible use of my time, energy, and resources right now? The first question leads to a life filled with good opportunities and mediocre results. The second question leads to extraordinary success. Wealthy people think differently about opportunities. They don't see them as rare gifts that must be grabbed immediately. They see them as abundant resources that must be carefully selected. They understand that the more successful you become, the more opportunities will come your way. So they can afford to be extremely selective. They can afford to walk away from 90% of what comes their way because they know something better is always around the corner. But here's the part that stops most people from applying this principle. Walking away from good opportunities requires you to believe in your own value. It requires you to trust that better opportunities will come. It requires you to have confidence that you're worthy of great opportunities, not just good ones. Most people settle for good opportunities because they don't believe they deserve great ones. The wealthy also understand the compound effect of good decisions. Every time you walk away from a good opportunity to wait for a great one, you're not just making a single decision. You're building the habit of high standards. You're training yourself to recognize the difference between good and great. You're developing the discipline to wait for what you really want instead of settling for what's available right now. So how do you apply this in your own life? Start by conducting an opportunity audit. Look at everything you're currently saying yes to. Your job, your commitments, your investments, your relationships, your habits. Ask yourself honestly, are these the best possible uses of your time and energy, or are you just settling for good enough? Next, develop your criteria for what constitutes a great opportunity versus a good one. Great opportunities align with your long-term vision. They leverage your unique strengths. They have the potential for exponential rather than linear growth. They energize you instead of draining you. Good opportunities might check one or two of these boxes. Great opportunities check all of them. Finally, practice saying no. Start small. Say no to social invitations that don't serve your goals. Say no to projects that seem profitable but don't align with your vision. Say no to opportunities that other people think you should take, but your instincts tell you to avoid. Each time you say no to something good, you're creating space for something great to enter your life. Remember, the most successful people in history weren't the ones who said yes to the most opportunities. They were the ones who had the wisdom and discipline to walk away from good opportunities so they could fully commit to great ones. The power of walking away isn't about being negative or missing out. It's about being so clear on what you want that you're willing to say no to everything that doesn't serve that vision. Your future self will thank you for every good opportunity you walked away from today, because each of those decisions creates space for the great opportunities that will define your success tomorrow.